I rise today in strong support of ACR 6. On behalf of the Legislative Women's Caucus, I want to bring special attention to the contribution of African American women. African American women have contributed mightily to our history and deserve recognition in their own right during this month as we celebrate the accomplishments of all African Americans. We all stand on the shoulders of so many courageous African American women. Whether it's Shirley Chisholm, who was the first woman to actually run for president and pave the way for the women who have thrown their hat in the ring ever since, or the often overlooked women of the civil rights movement, Ella Baker, Septima Poinsett Clark, Fannie Lou Hamer, Vivian Malone Jones. The contribution of these women and countless others can be seen in so many activist movements that came after, from the women's movement today to Black Lives Matter, and the many other movements we have watched even in the last few months. It's African American women that are at the forefront of a lot of the social change that's going on in this country and the push for social justice. A more recent example is the late Gwen Ifill, who in 1999 became the first African American woman to host a nationally televised U.S. public affairs program and was part of the first female team to moderate the presidential debate in 2016. African American women helped write the playbook for how we continue to evolve as a democracy. They showed us how to push and how to keep striving for a more perfect union. As we gather today to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of all African Americans, especially African American women, we need to continue the fight our foremothers fought. It's also appropriate that we recognize that while so many fought those hard battles but haven't reaped the benefits in the same way as their sisters of other ethnicities. I want to particularly call out the African American women in this chamber who stand as a beacon of strength and confidence, and who I find personally an inspiration every single day. And they speak for so many women out there in our community and so many of the girls who now finally have role models in government to look up to. And we have some more of them joining us today from the past. And I'm so happy to see you here today, Madam Congresswoman. And this is what's going to pave the path for our daughters, all of our daughters, to know that they have a voice and they're not going to be silenced. And I thank the African American in this room for that, all of them. So in honor of ARA 6, I want, again, on behalf of the Legislative Women's Caucus, to say that honoring these women and their contributions means being intentional about inclusion, that the rising tide must lift all of our boats. It's got to be all for one and one for all with no exceptions. So thanks again for bringing this forward, and I'm very happy to support it, and I urge an aye vote.